Hey there, it's Nathalie, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. And so today, what I am going to show you how to make is this cute little snowman. Now, I did a snowman 3 years ago, and it was out of a chenille bedspread. So what I found out is a lot of people don't have access or have a chenille bedspread that they want to cut up. So I decided to go to the Dollar Tree, of course, and I made this little snowman. I remade the snowman. My pattern is over at my hall closet, myhallcloset.etsy.com. So you can buy the pattern, and I'm going to put it in the description box below, and there'll be a coupon code for you if you want to download the pattern. I'm going to show you how to make this using just Dollar Tree supplies. You can get 2 of them out of the supplies that I show you. So let's get started. Okay, you're going to need to download the pattern off of my Etsy shop, and it's got the instructions with it also. These are from Dollar Tree. I got and you can use ribbon if you want to, but I got a cup towel, and I'm going to cut this out for my sash. I've got a super soft microfiber cloth that's nice and fluffy and fleecy, and so I'm going to use that for the body. A little piece of orange felt for the nose. This is going to be to tie off at the top of the cap. The socks are going to be for the cap, so whichever kind of socks you want to get for the cap. And some buttons. I got these from Walmart. You're going to need some fiber fill, and if you don't want to buy the whole sack of fiber fill, like if you go to the thrift store, you could buy a pillow and unstuff the pillow and then throw the cover away. Be sure you use paper scissors to cut your pattern out, not your good fabric scissors. There's not a right or wrong to this fabric that I can tell, and it looks like if I fold this in half, like that I can, and if I position my snowman this way, then I can get 2 snowmen out of this one piece of microfiber towel. Yes, I could get 2 snowmen out of this. I know this seems silly, but I'm going to use a lint roller and get some of this extra fiber off of here before I go to my sewing machine. I could just take it outside and shake it. And I have the pattern for the scarf, so I've got it on the fold. This is short. You know, I was trying to get everything at the Dollar Tree, and so that's the reason that I did this like this. I have on my chenille snowman, I have just cut up a buffalo plaid shirt. So I like the buffalo plaid, but there's all kinds of ribbons that you can get from the Dollar Tree, or from, you know, your own stash of ribbons, or you can cut a piece of fleece or flannel. And this is not going to be quite long enough. Since I can get 2 snowmen out of there, I probably could just go ahead and fold this in half and cut this in half and make my one sash out of this, so I can get 2 sashes out of that cup towel. Alright, and then I've got to have a little nose, and got the little triangle here, but I'll just go ahead and just cut 1. I can cut 2 out of this, actually. So this is different from the other, the chenille snowman that I did, because I'm going to go ahead and mark his face before I stitch, because he's so fuzzy, I'm going to use an embroidery stitch to do his face. So I'm using a Frixion pen. It's a heat erasable pen, and I'm just going to touch through, and there I've got a little mark. Now I'm going to do this from the back side, and that way I can see exactly where my little stitch needs to go. You can use a Sharpie if you want to. I'm not going to mark the buttons yet. I'll place the buttons after a while. I'm going to use embroidery floss. I've got a knot tied in the end of it, and I'm going to do a French knot. And so a French knot is really easy. I'm going to go from the back to the front. Pull that through. Don't pull too tight. Now, so I'm going to take my needle and point it away, and I'm going to do 3 wraps on my needle, and then pull that needle and push it right back almost in the same spot. It's just a little over from where I went in at. And there, that makes a nice little, almost like a little bead. And if you have beads, if you want to do that, you could do that. And I'm just going to scoot over. Let's do this one more time up close. All right, don't pull it too tight. Wrap 1, 2, 3, and then pull it down close to and go just a little bit beside that stitch. Back in. Kind of make sure it's not like a long dangly eyeball. Pull that through. There we go. 2 little sweet little eyes. Now I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the mouth. I'll just scooch down right here. I could tie off and start all over, or I can just go down like this. Don't pull too tight. One, two, three. Almost in the same spot. If you go in the same spot, it'll just pull through, probably. All right, and kind of snug that up a little bit. I've got a video of embroidery stitches if you want to look at that. These are kind of, the French knot is a basic embroidery stitch. I'll put that, I think I'll put it up right up here in the video. Right up here in the video. All right, so 3 more stitches to do the mouth. I'll be back. I've got the little face on here, and now I want to tie it off. So I'm just going to go back into this little stitch right here. Make me a little knot, a little figure 8, like that. There we go. All right, a little clip, and that's done, and then we'll sew this up. So what we're going to do is we'll put these little fuzzy sides together. We'll put the nose on after a while. And we're going to sew, we're going to leave an opening at the top to stuff it. So we're going to sew all the way around. So let's go to the sewing machine. I'm going to use a 1/4 inch seam, so just about a presser foot width. And I'm going to back stitch to start off with. And while I'm here, I want to put right sides together and stitch this. This will be at the center of the back. And there we go. Like that. This is probably not really necessary, but I'm going to go ahead and clip in the curve of the neck, and make sure you don't clip your stitches. Alright? Go back and restitch that if you do. Alright, turn it right side out. Ta-da! Alright, we're ready to stuff it. And you can go ahead and poke your seams out if you want to, like to start off with, but you don't really have to, because by the time you stuff this, you're going to have your seams, they're going to be out where they need to be anyway. That's actually kind of creepy looking. Okay, so here's the stuffing come out of the top of the head, but you don't need to close the whole thing up, and you don't even need to turn it under, because we're going to be covering that up with a sock for the hat. And all right, because this pulls through real easily, I've got a double thread and I've got a good knot, and so I'm going to make a little loop right there, go through that, and I'm just going to do a little whip stitch. Close it up just a little bit because it's not really very important and it's not going to be seen. Tie it off. And let's do the toboggan. Alright, I'm going to cut along this little line right here. Get rid of that green. And so you could put a little tuft. Let me show you. It could make like a little pom-pom on there, or you could just cut the top off. But I'm going to go ahead and make a little pom-pom in there. So I'm going to stuff this just a little bit up there. And then I still have some thread in my needle, so I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? I'm going to use that piece of jute. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, no, I'm not. You could tie this off with a piece of jute. That's what I did on the chenille one. But on this one, get me a knot in my thread. I was painting today, and so my nails look awful. All right, get that stuffed up in there. We're going to make a little pom-pom there with that. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to needle in and then find, before you get to the knot, like that. So it holds onto itself. And then we're just going to do a couple of little stitches around, in and out. I think this will be cute. In my mind, it feels like it's going to be cute. All right, pull that up. And we've got a little pom-pom there. That pom-pom may be too big. Let's try this. A couple of wraps. I'm going to tie it off. A little stitch. We're going to do 2 stitches. One to secure it, and then one to end to knot it. And I have another sock in case I decide that I don't like this, or I could tie the pom-pom around the, I could actually, if I decided I didn't like this is too much, I could cut this off, take that stuffing out, and, you know, cut some little slices in it and make it like a little ravelly thing. All right, turn this up. That's kind of got all kinds of stuff on the inside of it. There we go. All right. And how cute is that? Let's turn this. You can hot glue that down or do a little stitch around, and I think I'll do a little stitch around, but you could hot glue like right up under here. Okay, I kind of know where I want it to go. There's his face right there, so I don't want to stitch his eyes. And I'm just going to do a little run through, and I think it'll catch because it's in the fleece. Yes, the knot held. And I'm going to go ahead and tie that off. Oh, too cute. Too cute. Okay. Let's tie the bow around his neck just for a second, just to see about where we want to put these buttons. I mean, the pattern has the placement on there, but I think I would rather just position them like this. Alright, so what I'm going to do, let me go ahead and take his scarf off for a minute. And I've got just some crochet thread, you can use embroidery floss or several strands of thread. My buttons have 4 holes. I would really like it with just 2 holes, but what I think I'm going to do is, and I want to go this way, I'm going to go in, and then come through, turn that where you can see it, and you can attach this any way you want. If you wanted to just sew that in with black thread, you know, and then that way you don't have to worry about the little bow, or you want to tie a black bow or a red bow, green bow, you know, whatever color you want. Anyway, I'm going to do this twice in this same button. Go in, and then I'm just going to come right above that just a little bit. And this is going to make sense in just a little minute. Or it makes sense to me, sort of, kind of. All right. So now, and I've got extra, so probably about 4 or 5 inches hanging off here. I'll tie this in a knot. And then again. That's nice and secure. And then I'm going to make a little bow. And if you want to, you don't have to make a bow. You can just cut the little threads off. You could just cut, where there's just, the little threads hanging off on each side. So the bow is optional. I like the little bow. That's me. So there we go. So I did pick up some Dollar Tree ribbon, but I really decided I like this better. So go ahead and tie this. Now all he needs now is a nose. Like I said, you can double tie that. You can put that off to the side if you want to, or just like right down the front like that. And maybe that's a little bit long, so let's do this. Let's cut it and then do a couple of little fringy things just for grins. So there's his little nose, little triangle, and put some tacky glue on there. Not too much. Stick that together like that. Again, you could use hot glue if you want to. And I'm going to push that down into past that fleece, so maybe it gets into the main part of the fabric there. Just a little bit. Let me show you. Okay. And while I'm gluing, I want to put just a dot of the tacky glue on the top of the knot so that my little bow doesn't accidentally get pulled out. Isn't that cute? Dollar Tree. Probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, $3.75, and then your stuffing. So, but you could, again, you can make 2 of them. Hey, if you like this video, be sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share me with your friends, and hop on over to my haul closet at Etsy.com, myhaulcloset.etsy.com, and that's where you'll find the pattern for this little guy. See you next time. Bye-bye.